I guess it feels like Christmas in Rogue Legacy now. Rogue Legacy has recently had a huge update, and a while ago I played Rogue Legacy for a video, a let's try sort of thing, and I've come so far. Like, I'm like level 200, I'm in the third playthrough, everything's crazy, and I thought to myself, okay, after I get these 3 achievements, I'm done with the game. Turns out, with this new update, they added 6 more achievements, so I got more to work through. Stupid bastards. But anyway, recently the update has changed and added a whole lot of things, you know, bug fixes, some new things. But this video is gonna cover the traits that we can get, because most of the new things are like new boss remixes, which is like tougher, weird versions of the bosses that you fight in the game. All 5 of them, the Fountain, All Ball, you know, the big 4 bosses, they're changed. They added a new class, which I don't know how to get. They added like a bunch of new rooms, which I guess you can't really tell the difference because there's so many like different rooms in the game already that you can't tell which is the same or which is new. Added 6 achievements, and they did a whole lot of fixes. They nerfed the haggle, they nerfed everything, and they added snow to the game, which is kind of nice. I gotta say. For everything else, I'll leave it to you guys to read in the description. It links to the whole big Steam page about it. Although this is just going to cover the traits and what they do if we know what they do. The first trait I came across in recording this video was the clumsy trait. And I kind of like this new trait. It's you basically walk into items that are breakable and they break automatically. You don't have to like slash them with your sword or anything. And I guess it's kind of good. I guess you don't have to like waste your time walking up to like areas and press X all the time. Although there's a downside to this, and I know that when I fall onto barrels, they break. So barrels count. And there's a lot of rooms out there that seem to have like these huge rooms with barrels that lead to like a treasure chest, and some rooms with barrels over spike traps. So this may have a huge like downside, but it's like depending what you need to do in the room. But you know, I kind of like this new trait, but I have not run into those problems yet, and I'm pretty sure I will. The next trait we got is EHS. We can conduct electricity. However, I have not seen any huge change with it. If I had to guess, maybe electric attacks don't like do anything, or but then again, I have not seen one electric attack, so I don't know. Maybe I am missing something, and I'm sorry to say, and it's very unfortunate to say that I don't know a whole lot about this new trait, and I wish I would know. Maybe I'll like make an annotation or some sort of update that I know what it does, but as far as I know, it's nothing. The interesting one that I really like a lot is called the One. And it's a, you know, clear reference to the Matrix, and it turns the entire castle as we jack in. So, you know, this cyber internet thing, and I kind of think it looks so cool. It kind of reminds me of, like the Doomsday Zone, not the Doomsday, like the Death Egg Zone in Sonic Adventure 3 and Knuckles. I kind of like that sort of feeling of this sort of cyber tech going on in the background. Doesn't cover everything, mostly the floor and ceilings and other platforms, and I can't wait to see what the One will have to do with the forest, the underground, and the tower. So unfortunately I may not get to those areas with the One, but who knows, maybe it'll be cool at all. Finally, we have Glaucoma. Everything's dark, and it's basically the inverse of going to the darkness, or it's just like going to the darkness. You got like a small little orb, light orb that travels around you, and it's basically like going through the darkness in the dungeon. And this probably will be a really bad idea, which I think this is gonna stack with going to the dungeon, which I guess is gonna be darker already. I have not gone there, and I don't think I will. And it's kind of funny too, it seems like with this trait on, my computer performs this game much better when I was recording this, and I will apologize, this recording's so terrible because I guess Rogue Legacy does not like Bandicam, so I'll try something else when I record more Rogue Legacy stuff. But, you know, it's kind of there. it's not like a huge downside, because I guess if you're used to the dungeon, you can get used to the light. And even so, it doesn't really affect the game that much unless you put the brightness to like 0 or something. Otherwise, that's around it when it comes down to traits. I don't know if I can get to the new bosses, and I don't know if I can get to the new class, but hopefully I'll find out sooner or later, and hopefully I don't have to go through a 4th playthrough to find these bosses. I might as well just start all over from the beginning. It's gonna be really rough, but I do want to experience these new things that the game has been put into. But otherwise, that's around it for the traits. And that's around it. Like, I still don't know what EHS does. And I'm pretty sure I am missing something, so I guess I'll just find out for myself and while looking up the internet. Although, I guess that's all I can say about Rogue Legacy. And, you know, I really don't know what else there needs to be said about this. Everything is in the description below, the link to the update details, and I do think this is a really good update. Like, I never expected an update from these guys, but it's a pretty good update. It balances some stuff and nerfs some stuff, not that bad, and it's pretty good. The added stuff is really good too. Small tweaks here and there. I like it a lot. And that will just wrap up this video. Hopefully, I'll just find out what the new stuff is, if I can get to it. I'll just see you guys later in another video that may take, like, I don't know, 8 months to make. See ya.